It's very much like you can't. This is Galois theory, right? Cool. That's a good start. Hello. Does anyone speak French? Good. Hi there. Galois theory, if that's what you're aiming for. Yeah, good. Galois theory? Galois theory, if you want Galois theory. Come on in. Come on in, Galois theory. Yeah. Come on in, if and only if Galois theory. When did you learn about polynomials? When did you first see X? Yesterday. What tunes were we singing to? God Save the King. X equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac da 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 divided by 2a. Stop. Galois theory. And the other caveat is completely unreasonably, my partner is having a baby next Thursday morning or sooner, and so I will be out of play for a couple of weeks then, and when I come back I'll be absolutely knackered. So there will be another lecturer taking over. That'll be cool. They'll be better than me. That's good news. And then I'll come back and it's going to hit the fan. So, and the funny thing is, hello to people watching the camera, that for all that singing, the camera wasn't on. So people are going to be watching and thinking, what is going on? Galois theory. Yeah. I love the lights on. Yeah, thank you. But I can only do that. Maybe there's a light volume. But can you still read that? Is that readable from the back? Hi, yeah, back. Yeah. If you can read it at the back, then you can read it at the front. Okay, cool, bananas, thanks. The sense of ennui in this room is striking. I can go faster if you like. I really can. But of course, the moment you do that, you can reduce, because I squared is equal to 1. No, it's not. Hold that thought. Should we do this correctly? Just for fun. I squared is equal to minus 1. Complex conjugate, or as we'll call it in this module, the Galois conjugate. Ooh, see? There's something you didn't know. Gavin was another French mathematician who did not die in the duel. So that's nice. And that's called bananas. And now to find all the roots, we need to find a root of that, but that's quadratic. So, who will sing it for me? Thank you. Thank you. I knew that there's always one. But the important thing in life is to raise the tension, make things harder. Root of maximum difficulty, not the easy way. So let's shrink it. The Galois conjugate. Ooh. If you can't read one of these words, could you just ask me? Because, you know, since I was 5 and had my first school report, it said, Gavin's writing is awful, can't read it. But my scissor work was very good, so there you are. Swings and roundabouts. If you want any scissor work, just leave it to me. Cool bananas, we can do this. Complex numbers is uncountably infinite. It's just one of the sickest things in the world, beaten only possibly by the real numbers. Ugh. Does anyone like the number? Very good. I like real numbers. I know you like them. That's a 3-dimensional vector space. Yeah? There's a 4-dimensional one. There's a 5-dimensional one. There's a 6-dimensional one. But they have to point in different directions. Are you ready to have, like, your mind, I mean, at the very least, explode? And certainly, when you put it back together, it's going to be bigger. This is completely trivial. We could go into schools of 15-year-olds, give them this exercise, and by the end of half an hour of outreach, they'd have done this picture for us, right? Well done, Mr. Galois. That is very, 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 very good. That is very, very good. It's too much, it's too much. I'll see you tomorrow. Or not. Moo. Can you hear that? I've never written the word homomorphism in my life, because I can't spell beyond the M. So ring hom. I'm trying to save you money. I'm saving you ink. You don't need to write that, you just write STP and that's ink. I paid for the chalk actually, because it's higher quality than your normal chalk. Switch off if this bores you. I bet you write this. I bet you do, don't you? I bet you do. This is a safe space. We don't have secrets. I write subset, but it's not. The stuff on the left is different to the stuff on the right. They're definitely not a subset. Definitely not. It's a map. And so can I just say, this is definitely a map, but it's... Shall I just tell you when I make jokes, and then you can laugh at the right time, right? Okay, good. The jokes are going to be very funny. But let me tell you the sketch. The moment I tell you this, you're going to say, oh, don't waste your time proving that, Brown. That's ridiculous. Infinite? Why is that? So that's a cheap reason. You're using a cheap reason with no knowledge. Nice one. That was a compliment. You should see when you're going, I'm nasty. And that's not even started, right? Because those are algebraic elements. I haven't even used E or pi or that stupid one with that symbol. So that's cool bananas. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. That works. The golden rule. The golden rule. Golden rule, I like that. The golden rule. Matteo, hey, it's Matteo. I told you he was nice. Look. There you are, there's Matteo. Don't stop me if you've heard this one before. 1 goes to 1, so this is 1 plus 1, and I'm not going to pass that because I don't know what k is, so I don't know what 1 plus 1 is k in k, but it is an element and it is well defined. It's probably called 2, but you know. So either A or B. Can we agree on that at least? That was an example of a joke. I never saw you in the first year, did I? Okay. I'll tell you my joke later. Yep, because that means, oh, which one's more expensive? It's the iPad. So CF. CF only has 1 dot, right? Because it's Latin and it's only abbreviating 1 word.
No idea.
I'm getting some nods, you should go to a better school. Confer. These are free gifts. These are my gifts to you, as well as Galois. So that's cool bananas. So game over, the module's finished. No, there's more to come. Yeah! Yeah, give him a bit of yes. Can you hear that? Yeah, maybe. We're starting in a minute, we're not starting yet, but just, as I was just on leave, as you know, paternity leave, and there's a very small window where you get to inflict uninvited baby photos on people. Oh, suck it up, people. You can't blame me for this. I get to do this for about a week, and then people start telling me to stop. Yeah. Anyway, so that's just to prove, sort of prove, indicate that it wasn't a scam. That wasn't a scam. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kazam. Or K vector space, as I abbreviate it. Did that flip? Ooh. The monkey at the front's discovered a new trick. A monkey likes trick. Cool bananas. Ooh, yeah. I'll tell you what, if there's a proof like that where I'm being fast and loose and pretending that it's your problem, not my problem, I'll tell you if it's on the exam. I don't know yet. I haven't written the exam. But if you want it on the exam, tell me. And then I'll think about it. I think it's a nice one, don't you? It wasn't on last year's exam or the year before. So kind of the normal calculus says, probably on this year's. Anyway, you tell me what you like. Cool bananas. If you want to study worms, you don't go into a field and study worms, you bring them back to the lab and you work there, yeah? Because the field is cold and the lab is warm. When I was a kid, we used to have university students living in our house, renting a bedroom and that. There was a very nice woman, she was doing biology, and I suppose I was 6 or 7 years old. Her project was to study the elasticity of worms to destruction. When you're a 6 or 7-year-old boy, let me assure you, that is your dream woman. You're not allowed to say, the zero polynomial is 1 times 0, because that's cheating, and I'll just kick your head in. Just unreasonable behaviour by me. Let me take this as an opportunity to say, if you want to do maths, what you need is sleep. And really, if you have less sleep, you're less good at thinking. You really are. So let me sleep on that. Sorry about that. I never brush my hair. Does it look brushed? No. I wonder who owns the image rights of these boards. Do you think it's me, or do you think it's the university? But it's the university, isn't it? I own the image rights of my hair, though. No chance. No chance. That's a ridiculous question. Forget it. Cool bananas. Get those telephone calls. Hi, yeah, like this is definitely not a scam. This lecture is definitely not a scam. Then you know for sure it is. That doesn't change a polynomial f. What's it called? Polynomial f. You're going to feel conned. Sorry. You're going to feel really conned. Oh dear. Here goes. So if I was really cool and decided that I hated you, I'd have just said this equals that and left you to pretend it. But I don't hate you. I built a piece of IKEA furniture the other day. It had 60 steps. Like, that's bigger than a Lego set. It had 60 steps. And at the end, I found 4 large bolts I hadn't used. And so I flicked through, and it turns out they're the ones that held the feet onto the body. And quite important. So this is the ones that hold the feet onto the body. It was lucky I could just turn it upside down and screw them on, but holds the feet to the body, yeah? What happened to this? Good. How many seconds do I have? 500 times 60, 300 seconds. You know, does anyone watch Inspector Montalban? Unbelievable. So it's in Italian, and it's a detective. And every day he takes his lunch, and they're talking about the case and trying to solve it. And then he sits down. And then there's a rule, you're not allowed to talk while you're eating. And this proof is going to be one of those. You're going to look at this proof and go, I promise. Montalbano's in subtitles, if you don't speak Italian. I don't speak Italian, but it says subtitles. Or if it's any subfield of the complex numbers, ouch. This proof is awesome. That's called bananas, right? Because that's almost what I want. Yeah. Does this work? That was the easy part. V. How long can you hold your breath? Can you hold your breath till 5 past? I don't know how many seconds it's going to be, so I hope it's not too many. It's more than I was hoping. 5 past, good. Is n, because it has a standard basis. Don't know why I'm coughing. It's just started. It's coming into the physics department that does it, isn't it? I love the physics department. And here's the clever bit. You ready for the clever bit? Are you ready to be clever? It's the great thing about being a maths degree, isn't it? You get to be clever all the time. Oh yeah, let's hold off being clever. This vector here, I should look at this board. Are my nice little lines coming up in real time with my speech? Or am I looking like a bit of an idiot? Or both? Both is an option, right? Cool bananas? Sorry, this is me being pedagogical. I hate myself. And simple extensions are cool bananas. 1, oh, wrong, that's not ink. 1, oh, that's not ink. 1. So in other words, I called them alpha 1, 2, 3, so that when you squint, they just look like 1, 2, 3, and when they map in, they permute 1, 2, and 3. And then this map is saying squint. It should be called squa, for squint. Cycle notation, which is the only civilized way to write permutation. Good bananas, because that means we're in business, right? Oh, which is alpha 3, isn't it? I was freaking myself out, because I thought, who's that? Whew. Let's find it. Where does 1 go to? Don't see it, don't see it, see it. It goes to 2. Where does 2 go to? It goes to 3, so the 1 must go to 3. Yes, it does. Can you do it that fast? Shall I do another? Where does 2 go to? Coming from the right. 2 goes to 3. Where does 3 go? 3 goes to 1. Where does 1 go? Get left alone, so 2 must go to 1. Shall I do another? Where does 3 go to? 3 goes to 2. Then where does 2 go? 2 goes back to 3. Where does 3 go? 3 goes back to 2. So 3 must go to 2. Do you not do that every day? Impressive, huh? Yeah, thank you very much. They don't give those PhDs away for nothing, you know. As long as you're ninja at permutations of 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 elements. If you can do that, you're in business. If you can't, is it too late to pick a new module? That should be less than or equals. Oh, bugger. I want it to be equals. Why do I know it's equals? Ha! Ha! Look at this. This is awesome. Can you give me a positive integer that is bigger than 1 that divides 3? 3 is not a bad answer. I'll give you that. Can you give me a positive integer which is equal to 3 divided by 3? Yes, it's 1. We're very good at working with simple extensions. I couldn't think of a synonym for very good, other than cool bananas, which seems to be overused. I'll tell you what, P does have a root, because beta is a root. And the trouble is, if P was quadratic, then I'd know both of its roots lived there. But it's not. Oh, crumbs. Oh, it's truth. Okay. Unable to connect. You bastard. Oh no, time's running out, and I've just reached the cool point. Right, I'm going to Wi-Fi off. Wi-Fi on. Why do you want to connect? I'll do it through tether to my phone. That's the one. Okay, I'll do Edroom. Now try. I'll tether to your phone. Hello? Pain. Good pain. I'm sorry I went over. It was, don't know what happened to the internet. It's possible the sun's just exploded. The last line of my lecture isn't the biggest problem we have. If anyone wants to be recorded infinitely many times, now's the time to come to the front. It's not a very good recording, but still. You know, in the limit, if it's infinitely many. Are you happy with that point? Is that okay? You. So I can't see that far, so I don't know who I'm pointing at. But say to yourself, you. Are you happy with that? Is this a trivial point I'm making? Is this the most daftest, stupidest, trivial point you've seen all week? If you're cool with that, then the significant big proof, the hardest proof of the course, since the last 3 times I said that, is going to be cool with you. And if you're not cool with this point, you're going to feel conned and you're never going to understand the proof. But if you're cool with that, you're going to understand the proof. Good. So be cool. That's the advice. What was the other point I was going to... I was hoping I'd hidden that and no one would notice. Because I didn't want to say it, but yeah, well done. And here's the cool bananas. Then, so that's one way of not answering the question and then saying, and then not answering it again, isn't it? Yeah, so very, very, very classic. I know you love it. It's cool. It's very, very cool, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's so cool. It's got a name. It's normal, but not finite. Not. 3 knots is a knot, right? Not finite. Do you know, it would have been helpful for me to just say how many factors there are, but let me do that. Let me do that. Just because we've got n mentioned. This is from I is 1 up to some other number which is at most n, which will be called S. What is f primed? It's C, lots of... I've got to multiply, I have to differentiate this thing, right? So m1 lots of x minus alpha 1 to the m1 minus 1 times up to ms lots of x minus alpha s to the ms minus 1. That's not how you differentiate. That would be great if it was, wouldn't it? That would simplify the proof. Sorry, that's just complete nonsense. Is that better? You were going to tell me, weren't you? You were going to tell me. But it's not a problem if I just define the derivative to be that. So that's what I'll do. Complete scam. Thank you. You have now done the painful work. The rest is Lego. I'm sorry, it was painful, wasn't it? It's pretty dull. I'm really nervous about this hexagon. Is anyone else nervous about this hexagon? Are you nervous about this hexagon? Yeah, okay, good. Well, as long as you're nervous, that's okay. I think geometry says you're okay. Unless it falls this way. And then you're not okay. Oh, yes, you can. There is a unique map from the integers to a field. And so, I'm speaking in Danish, aren't I? It's, in honor of Copenhagen. A1, that's a good start, I like that. Go on. 2a2x, I love it. Plus, ... And lots of a n x to the n minus 1, nailed it. Take those marks. In a nice context where you learn from physics how to, that's why we're in PLT. So what we do instead, if you're a physicist, you say, well, sod it, I'm doing it anyway. And if you're a mathematician, you have to say, sod it, I want to do it anyway, but I better check the tools to it, so I have to rebuild the tool. If you think that we proved that last time and that I should shut up, please say so. All right, I'll carry on. Oh man, do I really have to differentiate this? Boo hiss. No way, Jose. If they were co-prime... Oh, no, I've deleted half the lecture there. No, stop. How do you calculate GCDs? What did you do in Algebra 2 or 3 or 17 or whatever it is? What's the GCD of 8 and 12? Anyone? It's minus 4. That's right, it's minus 4. Anyone who said was going to say it was 4, well, what kind of people are they? I mean, I should probably have... Ooh, my goodness, what's happened? So, f is irreducible, so the only factor of f that is lower degree is 1 up to units. There's always one person. And is equal to A0 plus, oh no, not this. What did you say? You said A1 plus P, no, sorry, hold it, whoa. Cool bananas. We have all the machines we need to do Galois theory. For a moment I thought that was someone cheering. Let me tell you the history. Well, the history starts with a duel. So Galois wrote down his thing, and we'll read that in French again later, sort of when we get an emotional moment. I don't know if you know about the library. It's a big building full of books at the end there. Some books write it as gamma because that's the Greek for Galois. But, I don't know. It's Greek for G. And not transitive say me. Transitive say moo. It's not transitive. Me or moo? Moo. I got you to say it. I've been working for 6 weeks to get you to say moo. And that's finally succeeded. Very pleased, very pleased. Second one, I can't. The sense of ennui in the audience is palpable. Where am I posting it? On the Moodle. I got you to say it again. Why would I say this is trivial when obviously it's not trivial? You couldn't put that in front of someone in the street and say, duh, that's obvious, isn't it? In Galois' French, a few hours before the duel, he states the theorem that we're going to prove now. And getting emotional just thinking about it. Poor boy. Step 2. There's just 4 steps. That's a 4. Does anyone have a CB radio? Or does anyone watch like trucking movies from the 1980s? Or the truckers on the CBs? And they all say, 10-4, big buddy. Honk, honk. Yeah? Am I speaking a different language?
I listened to the song
Convoy, there you are. 10-4, big buddy. Honk, honk, yeah? Yeah. And then because 10-4, that's like some sort of, you look it up in your CB manual, and 10-4 means, yes, heard that. And 10-5 means groovy, and 10-6 means not sure, and so on, right? So it's what happened before you had tuxt. And 10-10 means honk, honk, awesome theorem. Why do I bother? Shall I try that again? No? Okay.
You want us to honk?
Please do, yes. Honk, honk, thank you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, thank you. It's very early in the day, but still, that's good. Right, there you are. Yeah, exactly. Forget doing symmetric groups, do CB radio talk. Come on, let's just bask in it. Montalbano. Oh, very nice proof. This integer, if you could see the aura of it, it's got these swirling auras, some of which are dimensions of vector spaces, some of which are sets of automorphisms, and other things. Oh, lovely. And then it's just a bit of maths gubbins to finish, right? That's 10.10. Honk, honk. And that was called 8.6. Honk, honk. Ow. And that's what Galois proved the night before his death.
Really?
Groovy. 10-5. Honk. You're getting good at this. Haha, good. Lego can be hard. The final point was this thing, 10-10. Nobody, thank you, honk, 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 10-10. Can I do an exercise with you? Are you ready? I am thinking of a subset of this set S, and it has size 3. Which subset am I thinking of? Which subset am I thinking of?
1, 2, 3.
Wrong! Which subset am I thinking of? Close, but wrong. Which subset am I thinking of? Yeah, 145. You can use it again, but it was wrong. 143. Good, close, wrong. You guys are rubbish at this.
345.
Wrong. Wrong. Let me change the question. I'm thinking of a subset of S, and it has 5 elements. Which one am I thinking of? That's a bit easier. That's a bit easier. Yeah. So I confess, I wasn't thinking of it as a subset, so it's entirely futile. And I was just going to say wrong, whatever you said. So I'm sorry. W is R3, right? I'm thinking of a subset V, which has dimension 2. Which subset am I thinking of? Wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. So let me just pile on. You're expecting an electricity distribution joke at that point, aren't you? It's not going to happen. I'll just pile on. Oh dear. You did understand the joke about the pylon, right? That's why you didn't laugh. Okay, good, good, okay, that's okay. Knowledge is a terrible thing. Do you know that thing where you pat your head and do circles on your tummy? That's what this is, and that's what I'm doing now. Now, under normal circumstances, I think I'd want us all to come down the front here and pat heads and circles on the tummies to understand what we're about to do. But, you know, let's not, shall we? Shall we not? Irritation over. End of irritation. End of stupidity. Ridiculous, ridiculous. But true. So what we proved in 1010, honk, honk, and that's equal to the size of the Galois group because it's a Galois extension of L over H dagger by 1010. Honk, honk. Anyway, let's stop early because that's just awesome. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to have a little look at the boy. Yeah? Oh, what a guy! Ah, what a guy! That's not bad. 20 years old, not bad effort. Wish I was that clever, but I'm not. So there you are. That's how it works. Go on. Let's scram. Let's do it. Right. So I wanted to just remind us all about the lovely boy. There he is. It's in French, of course, what with him being French and all. Difference of 2 squares, the only thing you need to know in maths, apart from all the rest. The Galois group has 8 elements. It's a subset of these 8 things. You know what I'm going to say. I've got a set of 8 things, and I'm thinking of a subset that has 8 elements. Do you know which subset I'm thinking of? No. So in other words, in this case, that is the Galois group. We're looking at it. It's completely useless. What's your favourite 19-dimensional vector space? Favourite real 19-dimensional vector space? Favourite 2-dimensional vector space? R squared. Yeah, favourite 19-dimensional space? R for 19. I agree. Mine too. And you know what I'm going to say? That has 8 elements. That has 8 elements. So they're equal. So yeah, no work at all. Believe me, I am a lazy, lazy man, and if I can avoid this, I will. Which colour do we like? Ooh. Purple, okay. Sorry, I did do a COVID test, so I'm not actually giving everyone on the front row COVID. I can't remember that, I'm just going to have to scroll back, sorry about this. Chunta, 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 where was Tor? Chunta, chunta, it must have been somewhere. Tor, chunta, 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 Tor, good. Yes, good, it's an alpha to alpha. Chunta back, chunta back, chunta back, chunta back, chunta, chunta, stop. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? It's got a little friend. You had a friend all along, and we never knew. I like that. Galois didn't have any friends. Every polynomial is his friend. What a sweet thing to say. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's very nice. I'm sure he had some friends. I mean, you don't get into duels if you don't have some friends. Galois had a brother, and his brother liked him. And I think he liked his brother, so that's nice. But this is cool bananas in. Let me just, C4. Let me back in, if I'm not back. I'm back. I heard that disappointment. How about that? Cool bananas. You're going to be appalled by this trick. You're going to be appalled. Oh, this is a pity. I'm losing my picture of everything, but never mind. Now, this is a shocker. This is a shocker. Now, think about everything you knew before. Right. The only thing I really know is the roots of x cubed minus 2. Subgroups? Can anyone tell me a subgroup?
0.
0. Win. Cheat. Next. Go on. Let's do another. Let's do another. Please, can we do another? Yes, we can. What time is it? 3 minutes. We can do loads more. Here's one that you've known since you were... When did you learn to tell the time? 6 years old. We're in the presence of greatness. Oh, maybe 6 is reasonable. I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, 6 is good. Does anyone care to factorize 12 for me? Oh, I don't know.
2 times 2 times 3.
Oh. I was just going to demonstrate my kind of incredible mathematical prowess. But, well, no, I learned to do that. No, that's devolved to Apple. Okay, who are the subgroups?
0.
0. Whoever said 0, what cheats again?
1.
3. 3. 1. The whole thing. Yeah, okay, well, I don't. Next. 2. 4. 6.
8.
A comedian. There is nothing harder than you being good at this game. And look, here's on the example sheet. 3 squared times 2 squared. It's the advanced one. Thank you. If you say 0 one more time. Cool bananas, that's cool. So I'm getting some very, will you get on with it looks from people in the audience. So I should probably get on with it. That says Frobenius. The hardest part in this course is reading that word. They're Frobenius. No, I don't write it properly because it's a human being and they can. Frobenius. I'll try and do both so that everyone's equally dissatisfied. 10, 10, 10. Honk, honk. And that's why we did that kind of ridiculous exercise at the end of last lecture, was to be sure that we're all really cool bananas about the subgroups of a cyclic group. I think we established yesterday that 12, because there are some very clever people amongst us, is 2 squared times 3. I'm sorry yesterday's lecture was so crap. I was trying to express the fact that this was easy, and I think what I managed to express was the fact that I was bored by it. So I'll just, I can read Wikipedia, I'm not a moron, and good. You're splitting your protons into 3 bits. I mean, obviously, no one's so crude as to think the proton is small. You take one particle away, it won't work anymore. You put that particle back, you put it back right now, because that's how delicate this object you're building is, right? So if I ever tell you to, hey, go and calculate all the subgroups of symmetric group on 5 elements, you think, oh, bastard, that's going to take me nearly 2 hours. Sure it is, but it's not going to use all the particles in the universe anytime soon, is it? It's going to take you nearly 2 hours on the bus. So that is a simple problem, right? And that is a beyond imaginationally difficult problem. So, and I tell you what, 11 is not a big number. There are bigger primes than 11. But 79 is not a big number. You could count up to it.
There are more numbers in the rational numbers than this. Because there are infinitely many. I mean, but, you know, I don't know. Isn't it odd that I think this is a much more impressive number than infinity? Infinity, oh, yeah, whatever, infinity. There's a slightly bigger infinity, yeah, cool. But that is a proper big number. Oh, I like it. That is by no means obvious. Or is it? Right, that's all so far, so far, so far, so far, so far, so far. Good, good, good. Which do I let go of first? That one. Not sure I meant that. I want to know that I goes to J. Are you ninjas at permutations? I will do the index finger of permutation. I goes to M, which doesn't happen, goes back to I, which goes to J. Good, I goes to J. What happens to J? J goes to I, which goes to K, which goes to K. Great. What happens to K? Let me tell you something that is easy. So I'm not going to prove this, and so I'm almost certain I won't put the proof on the exam. That was a joke. Right. Okay. You're at Warwick, right? Who knows? Who knows? And you're in your final year, or the final year of BSc, third year. That means you are the roughest, toughest, meanest, nastiest mathematicians of your generation in the country. So, you know, be mean. Be mean. I'm going to tell you something that you could have stated at A-level, but I don't want you to tell me what you knew 3 years ago about some sort of no. I want you to be the mean, nasty people that you are, right? Have you ever seen the A-Team? It's from the 70s, 80s? Okay, don't worry about it. I'll try and think of a contemporary reference for next time. But without analysis 1, or 2, or whichever it was, I don't know, you're just an A-level student, right? You're not of the kind of mean, nasty, backstabbing, treacherous mathematicians that you are. I mean, that's a compliment. And I don't know about you, but my mind was like, we've proved that of all the uncountably many radicals there are in the complex numbers, you can't combine them in finitely many ways to define the 5 roots of this polynomial. It's gone. This polynomial, whose roots you do not know. You can't write a formula for things you don't know using things that you don't know that haven't been specified. Isn't that fantastic? Fantastic. And what's more, you can calculate all their symmetries as well. You don't even know who they are, and you can calculate their symmetries. Isn't that amazing? It's just the most brilliant thing. I think that's just awesome. I really like it. I mean, in the first year, I might have said, here's a vector real vector space of dimension 3, and here's another one of dimension 3. There's an isomorphism between them, but you don't know how to write it. And I'd have pretended that was really cool. And sort of in the first year, it was really cool. But here, the invariant is not a number, it's not a dimension. It's a whole group of symmetries. It's too good. Before I pass out, I'm going to stop. We're lucky people to live today. So we're lucky that Gauss got himself killed. Gauss, not Gauss. Galois. Yeah, you never know, yeah. Well, he might have lived. It was important that Gauss lived, otherwise we wouldn't be able to add up the numbers 1 to 100. So. Yeah, that's right. None of us do anything. We all just go to the pub or something. Yeah. You're not allowed to vote twice. That's illegal. Unless you're me. And you don't have to vote. This isn't Australia. It's not illegal not to vote. It's not anonymous, because I'm looking at you. So if you really don't want me to know your view, you're going to have to not vote. Yeah? You ready? Who would vote for 1? I'll show you how to vote for 1. That's how you'd vote for 1. But that's just a demonstration. I don't have a vote. Who votes for 1? 1, 2. These are people 3. These are people who sensibly think, last Friday of term, I've got better things to do. 3, because I'm doing revision at Easter, thank you very much, and I don't want to start it then. Who wants an overview lecture? I'll show you how not to vote for that. Bastards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15-ish, maybe. If it's 15-ish. Who wants a new topic? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 11, sorry, 12, sorry. 12. Right, okay, can I do a slightly more precise count on number 2 then? Who wants an overview lecture? It's down to 1 already, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. Okay, when I said 15, I meant 24. I don't give away those PhDs for nothing. Do you think you'll attend? I will. Yeah, okay. Because if it was going to be one person saying, oh yeah, I'll attend, then I'd say, why don't we do that in the student union? We always put as required at the bottom of the proof so that whoever's marking it skims through the proof and they say, oh, as required, great, tick. I've drawn you a bigger one. I spent this morning with more than one espresso trying to do this. So what's the number? 4 times n. 4 times n is, 4 times n less than or equal to 20 and divisible by 5. N's 5. That's got to be 5. Now I've drawn them as though they're in that order in the Argand diagram. I don't know that. I didn't have time for a third espresso to check that. So, but anyway, there are 5 roots. Sorry, a small matter of reading my own writing here. Oh, but this was really lovely. Do you remember this one? Who could forget 639? Now this is Top Banana, and suddenly the notes are 100 pages long, and everyone thinks it's a great big complicated thing, and it's not a great big complicated thing. This is the easiest module in the whole of the country. Second easiest. But I just want to jump to some of our favourites. Theorem 6.4.1. Oh yeah. Theorem 10.10. Thank you. It's like when you're trying to put your jumper on and you can't find the arms, right? That's, this is an impossible problem. And if you just stop and breathe and think, okay, this jumper did have arms this morning, and so no, if I just stop by finding one of them, it's going to be cooler. And so that's kind of what this is. It's not difficult, but it is if you're panicking. What it did bring, though, I know you've all been busy this term. Not as busy as me. 8 weeks old today. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Have a really nice Christmas. Have a good time.